The T-1000 will literally break Mortal Kombat 1, and here's why. This series has had tons of crazy guest characters before, but none of them have completely broken the game's immersion. Sure, Omni-Man and Spawn are crazy powerful, but they're not immortal and can definitely still take damage. Unlike this freak of science, I have no doubt the T-1000 will be very fun to play in this game, but in today's video, I'll explain why he's the worst possible choice for a fighting game. Real quick, an awesome announcement: GamerSupps is offering free shipping worldwide. That's an amazing deal, especially depending on where you live. I know some of you watching are paying $10, $20, even $30 for shipping. Well, guess what? Now it's completely free. So if you already love GamerSupps or always wanted to give them a try, there's never been a better time than now. The flavors are amazing, the merch is really cool, I love their waifu cups, and when you use code UNDERDOG at checkout, every purchase supports the channel and you get 10% off. That's right, free shipping worldwide and also 10% when you use code UNDERDOG. GamerSupps is great for energy, it's keto friendly, it's got zero sugar, no calories, all that amazing stuff. So what are you waiting for? Try out GamerSupps today. Alright, back to the video. Reason number 1, the T-1000 literally can't take any damage or be hurt whatsoever. In fact, this character having a health bar at all is hilarious and makes zero sense, because 99% of the characters in this game can't damage him at all. Punches, kicks, stabs, and slicing, literal gunshots, none of that can hurt the T-1000 in any way. At best, all you're doing is just slowing him down before he does inevitably kill you. Actually, his health bar should be constantly healing, because that would make more sense and be accurate to the movies. But of course, NetherRealm's not going to do that because it would be completely unfair and unbalanced. But I'm just saying that's exactly what he does in the movies. No matter how much damage you think you're doing to him, he just shrugs it all off and keeps chasing after you. Which means in Mortal Kombat 1, I guess the T-1000 is just pretending to get hurt because he finds it funny and he's just playing along. Also, real quick, what the heck is going to happen with the fatal blows? How are those going to work on the T-1000? Because this character doesn't have any bones or organs, so what's going to happen when the camera zooms in and does the x-ray shots? No, really, I'm being 100% serious right now. How is NetherRealm going to solve this issue? The guy is liquid metal. He's pretty much a walking pile of goop. So what's going to happen during the fatal blows? Are they actually going to give him chrome bones and organs so that it makes sense? I feel like that's the only solution, but if they do that, I'm gonna laugh, because that would mean the T-1000 is creating fake bones and organs in its body for no reason whatsoever. That would not serve any purpose for the T-1000. So once again, my immersion is kind of broken. Every time a fatal blow happens to the T-1000, I'm just gonna be laughing because I know for a fact that character does not have any bones or organs. He's just messing around. However, the one upside to that is the T-1000 is shown to be a little bit humorous in Terminator 2. It doesn't happen very often, but every now and then he's like, no, 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 that doesn't work on me. You know, he's kind of funny every now and then, so maybe, just maybe, he would pretend to have fake bones just to mess with his opponent. The guy does sometimes get off on messing with people and torturing them, but even so, I don't get why he would have bones or organs. At least with Terminator in Mortal Kombat 11, it was somewhat believable because they have human skin with blood that makes the skin actually alive. It is real human skin on top of the machine. And as a result, you could convince me that the T-800 in that game does have an artificial heart to pump blood to that skin and make it real living tissue, because that's how the teleporter works. Because in that universe, for some reason, time travel only works on organic tissue, which is why the Terminators are wrapped in flesh to begin with. So once again, the T-800 having an artificial heart or an artificial brain, I can kind of get behind, but the T-1000 is completely liquid metal. What's gonna happen during a fatal blow? Alright, reason number 2, or possibly reason number 3. The fatalities in Mortal Kombat 1 do not work on the T-1000 and are invalid. Aside from Liu Kang's black hole attack, none of these fatalities would work on the T-1000. And before anyone in the comment section says, actually, the T-1000 is weak to fire. No, he's not. Shut your goofy cheeks up. That is not true. I'm tired of seeing this argument. You're incorrect. Because we see the T-1000 casually walk through fire all the time. His body is made of liquid metal. Let me say that again. He is liquid metal. Fire does not hurt him because he's already melted. The only way to kill this guy is to somehow surround him with something that is 1500 degrees Celsius or hotter. And once again, that is Celsius, not Fahrenheit, which is much hotter. Fire does not burn that hot, and in fact, even lava is not that hot either. In Terminator 2, that's not lava. That's a common misconception. This is not lava on screen. This is molten steel that he fell into. In other words, it's molten metal, which explains why it's hot enough to actually kill the T-1000, because he's made of liquid metal, and now he's surrounded in a substance that is hot enough to completely destroy metal. However, on top of that, keep in mind the T-1000 did not die instantly. He has to have prolonged exposure to intense temperatures of 1500 degrees Celsius or more. So in other words, if the T-1000 had a chain to grab onto, or literally any way of escaping this heat source, he would have still lived. He has to have no way of escaping. And in Mortal Kombat 1, there's not a single character capable of surrounding the T-1000 in temperatures this hot for a prolonged period of time. Or in other words, as hilarious as it sounds, NetherRealm literally added an unkillable character to Mortal Kombat. You know, the game centered around fatalities and killing people. Yes, they added someone who actually can't be killed. Now, alright, all joking and roasting aside, there is actually one way to kill the T-1000, and it would fit well into the Mortal Kombat universe. For anyone new to Mortal Kombat, or maybe you're just not a super nerd like I am, here's a fun little fact. Any being who actually enters to compete in the official Mortal Kombat tournament becomes mortal. And this applies to everybody, gods and all other beings of any nature, even if they're otherwise unkillable. The second they enter that tournament, they become mortal. Or in other words, if for some reason the T-1000 actually signed up to compete in the Mortal Kombat tournament, then yes, you could actually kill him. Which is great news, right? No, it would be, except for the fact I don't think the official Mortal Kombat tournament even exists in this new timeline for Mortal Kombat 1. No, seriously, I'm not joking. You can watch Sonica XD talk about this in his Raiden video. Nobody in the game ever actually calls it the Mortal Kombat tournament, and it's also not a battle between the realms either, which is already a bad sign. But on top of that, I don't think the Elder Gods created this new tournament, which would mean there's no magical aspect to it that makes the contestants mortal when they compete. Or in other words, to put things in more simple terms, the T-1000 is still unkillable in Mortal Kombat 1. Okay, at the end of the day, is this a super big deal? No, not really, but even so, I still found it funny how NetherRealm added a character to Mortal Kombat who technically can't be killed by 99% of the roster. So an unkillable character is in a Mortal Kombat game, which is famous for killing people at the end of a match. No matter how you look at it, that's funny in the most ironic sense. But even so, at the end of the day, I think we all just want characters that are fun to fight and also not too unfun to fight against. So as long as the T-1000 fits comfortably in that niche, I don't think players are gonna have any real issue with it. And for me personally, despite going through all the trouble to script this video and then narrate it and then edit it, all that stuff, I'm also very excited to see how the T-1000 plays in Mortal Kombat 1, and I think he'll be a fun addition. Even if he does severely break my immersion every single time I Oh man, dry throat, I need some water after this. Even if the T-1000 breaks my immersion every single time he gets hit by a fatal blow or is killed by a fatality, I still think he'll be a fun addition to Mortal Kombat 1. But as you all know, I love making these videos interactive, so let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. How do you feel about the T-1000 in Mortal Kombat 1 and the fact that he's pretty much unkillable by 99% of the cast? And yes, that includes people who use fire. It does not burn hot enough, and even if it was, you have to find some way to keep him there for a very long amount of time, and the T-1000 is impossible to dizzy. I should have included that too. The little wiggle that every character does at the end of a match because they're so beaten up that their brain is discombobulated and they're likely having a concussion, that can't happen to the T-1000. So once again, is he acting when he stands there and just wobbles for a free fatality shot? I'm kind of mad that I forgot to add that point earlier in the video, but at least I'm talking about it now. It's one more way that the T-1000 breaks game immersion if you think about it too much. So I guess just don't do that, because Mortal Kombat has always been a somewhat goofy series. Despite the crazy amount of gore and the fact you kill everybody mercilessly, the series has still had a bunch of jokes every now and then to make it a bit lighter, because otherwise it would just be a snuff game simulator. Anyway, I digress. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you even care that the T-1000 is technically unhurtable and unkillable, but you can still do both of those things in this game? Or does it not bother you in the least? Please let me know any and all your thoughts in the comments down below, because like I mentioned in all my videos, I truly enjoy enjoy reading each and every comment, so grab that keyboard and make your voices heard. Out of all the guest characters in Kombat Pack 2, I expect the T-1000 is gonna have the craziest gameplay, and I suppose at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. So thanks for watching everyone, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like down below, it helps the channel out a ton, and then finish that combo by subscribing and ringing that bell so you never miss any future videos. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs. Gamer Subs has a brand new waifu cup and some delicious flavors, and they sponsor your favorite YouTubers like Meat Canyon, Moist Critical, and also myself. Which is why today is a fantastic time to check out gamersubs.gg and use code UNDERDOG at checkout for a 10% discount.